What's up, YouTube family? It's Mark here from Financial Abundance and Healthy Living. Hey, I want to welcome you to the video. Welcome to this channel. If you're brand new, subscribe. Turn that notification bell on all. You do not want to miss out. I promise you, you're going to be upset at yourself when you miss a video. And YouTube don't throw the algorithms out there to you. So definitely welcome. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all of the day ones that have been rocking with me since 2015. I appreciate you. And everybody that's brand new, that's been rocking with me recently, I appreciate you as well. So anyway, my name is Mark. For those of you that happen to run across this video, and I dealt with halitosis, bad breath, at one point in my life. I do have stories about my past and, high school journey and all of that. I'm pushing 40 now, so this was years ago. In my 20s, I dealt with it even earlier in high school, grade school. And so I'm here to share with you all some ways on how to actually get a grip on this thing and how to counter it. Now, before I get started, I am not a doctor. I am not a physician. So these videos are for educational purposes only. Do not take my advice on anything. You don't have to, because I am not licensed. I'm not a medical physician. However, I'm just telling you all, I guess, some educational facts. All right. And I've lived this and I've helped other people succeed. And so I'm just here to share some, I guess I'll call it the good news. I'm here to share with you all the good news. All right. Comment, let me know what you all think about the information in the video. So I was asked, hey, Mark, how do we know what types of tests to get, what types of tests to run? It's really just the process of elimination. All right. Your physicians are not going, when you go into the physician, your doctor, and you tell them what's going on, they're not going to know what to do. Right. They go based off of diagnosis, based off of any symptoms of things that you may be having. And so if all you're saying is, hey, I smell, I stink, I smell like this, I smell like that, you're not really giving them any symptoms other than a smell. They're going to take your blood work. If your blood work comes back, great. Because gas won't necessarily show up in a blood work. A gas and a molecule won't show up in your blood. Now there are sometimes bacteria, different types of bacteria can show up in your blood work, but for the most part, they're not going to catch it. They're not going to find it, right? Because we're talking about a gas. All right, and so you definitely want to just stay mindful of that, and have some kind of patience with the physicians, but at the same time, do your homework and learn, continue to learn and grow. That's what I did. I learned, I grew, I continued to learn, and now I'm here educating and helping you all try to get your freedom. All right, because it means so much. All right, but anyway, halitosis, what is it, man? Well, we know that it's horrible to deal with. It affects so many people's lives and their intimacy and their ability to grow and be better at whatever it is that they're trying to do. But anyway, about 20 to 50% of adults and adolescent individuals suffer from oral malodor, and this is worldwide, 20 to 50%. Now, halitosis is oral malodor, and either intraoral or extra oral. All right, so inner or extra. All right, oral. So basically, you can find situations where it's within the gut and then it's within the mouth, right? Normally, if you have one, you have the other. I heard a guy say, you are what you eat, you become what you eat. So what it is that however your insides are, is what's going to happen on the outside. And I know it's unfortunate, but because you look at other people and say, damn, they can do whatever they want to do, but man, when it comes to you, it's like, man, you've been cursed and you've been plagued with this thing. All right, but I want to focus in on hydrogen sulfide, and we'll talk about some other forms of gases and things like that, and situations, not in this video, but we'll do some segments. We'll break the videos up. But now let's talk about the origins of body odor, because body odor, there's many people watching that suffer from different types of body odors. You can have body odor with the breath, body odor within the saliva, sweat, skin, urine, your reproductive organs and fluids. Um, Also, the you can deal with volatile sulfur compounds, um, and it can be within the skin, oral cavity, and it can also be carried by blood from the gut. All right, remember it's like your gut and your brain, they communicate. All right, so it can be carried by blood from the gut. All right, which is a major site of bacteria metabolism. All right, so this is just, some information for you guys can understand that, it can get very complex. I just mentioned skin, saliva. I mean, how, you're probably asking, well, how is this possible with all these different phases, all of these different areas within the body? But you're dealing with blood, you're dealing with gases, you're dealing with organisms, you're dealing with a complex cellular system. And so when that happens, it's very difficult. Now, some key factors or components to really be aware of is your diet. A diet that contains direct or indirect odorants um, can produce odorants by bacteria. All right, different types of odorants or just certain types of foods, right, can carry odorants, which causes by bacteria, and so that can stem or cause you to have an issue of halitosis. Composition and metabolic activity of bacteria in the gut, the skin, or the mucosa. All right, the production of specific odorant um, is often limited to specific strands of bacteria. So what that simply means, a composition of metabolic activity of bacteria in the gut is, man, you might just have um, stuff sitting in your colon, sitting in your gut, sitting in your digestive walls. All right, a composition, right? So you have activity going on. It's a composition of activity just sitting there, and it can cause those productions of specific odorant of bacteria. We'll talk about that in other videos. Also, your gut functioning, right? Intestinal transient time. So your transient time, how long does it take for you to empty waste? Some of you use the bathroom, you know, once a month or once every 2 or 3 days. That's too long, right? So the transient time for your gut blood barrier permeability to affect penetration of bacteria, and it basically causes havoc, right, within the bloodstream. Also, there's been studies shown that leaky gut has also attracted a lot of attention to those that have halitosis, right, because of the transit time and the metabolites that are going back and forth, the penetration of bacteria going in between the cell walls. So be on the lookout for that. Liver function. Liver has a lot to do with the body, the way it reproduces and breaks down and filters out things, gut-derived bacteria, metabolites. So the liver plays an important role and can also be, a reason for a person having these gases of hydrogen sulfide and different sulfur compounds. So this is why, and then of course the kidney function is crucial for elimination of both bacteria and metabolites. So if you're having an issue with your kidney, so this is why it's important to get a checkup. Make sure you get all your blood work. Make sure you're okay. Make sure your liver levels are great. A lot of you have a lot of toxins built up in your body, in your blood, in your liver, in your kidneys, and you need to detox. You need to rest your system, right? And so a lot of this is the reasoning for why you have these gases. Now, before we get out of here, hydrogen sulfide. Hydrogen sulfide basically contributes to a bad smell, right? It's basically bad smell of breath in the intraoral system, which is the mouth, right? There's mouth rinses and toothpaste. There's a link below. You can check that out. The best mouthwash and toothpaste on the planet, I believe, is a chlorine dioxide brand that should be able to shut down hydrogen sulfide, right? Also taking a zinc supplement is very good for countering and really helping with reducing and removing that white coating on the tongue, so that you will find yourself not having a bunch of morning breath. But those two in combination is going to really help with countering those H2 hydrogen sulfide gases, right? It's also going to help your saliva flow. It's going to help the saliva. All right. Now, some things that you might want to start reducing is in terms of foods are as follows: onions, garlic, wine, cabbage, broccoli, mushrooms, nuts, potatoes, and dried fruit. These are all often are preserved with sulfur dioxide. All right, so you definitely want to just kind of look at your diet as you're trying to go through the phases of really reducing hydrogen sulfide gases. You want to start getting your zinc game up, taking zinc supplements, and get the mouthwash that's below. I'll leave a link in the description box. It's really good with countering hydrogen gases. All right, and so hey, I'm gonna get out of here. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'll see you all on the next one, and we'll talk about some other gases, and we'll even talk about the different types of smells that are linked to these different gases. All right, you all take care, and I'll see you on the next video.